Been a long wait, but finally on the Suwannee River. We put in at the Hal Adams Bridge boat ramp, which is right there. And we're floating down. We're doing a section that has a lot of springs. Very short section. Kind of had to squeeze it in, but it's got 4 or 5 springs on it. So we're hoping the water level's not too high where we can actually check them out, get in them, swim, and get that on film. And I brought a new toy that I have not used yet. Well, for filming, I've used it around the house and goofed off. Not filmed with it yet, so it's gonna be a treat. There's some turtles on the log. Oh, a bunch of turtles on the log. I just saw the ones over here and 2 right there. I saw these, I didn't see these. Turtles on log, turtles on logs. All right, he don't even care. He's just like, yeah, buddy, you better stay over there. There he went. Oh, there he went. Spooky. There's more turtles. And there's 2 on this big log. Oh, am I not turtly enough for the turtle club? That was a big one. Okay, this is the first spring. It's Telford Spring. We're gonna go see if the river's too high for it to not be clear. So, there's been a lot of rain even since I've been down here. It's rained every day pretty hard. So we're gonna see how it looks.
That's all usually a good bank right there.
This right here.
We park our boats on it usually. Does it good.
Okay.
See, usually the spring comes all the way out here.
Oh, and it's all just clear. You just see the transition right there where that spring water is mixing. It's like a line. Yeah. Alright, so we stopped at the first one. It's not as clear as we were hoping for, but it's clear enough to... I sound like a,
Like Scuba Steve.
yeah, Scuba Steve. So it's clear enough. I will swim across it, kind of get some film and show y'all the spring heads. I say I will swim across it. I'll probably freak out when I get over the hole, so that'll probably happen. just left the first spring. The water's up really high. It's like, I think, what do y'all think? Like 2 feet higher than normal, 3 feet? It's probably up a few feet, just judging off how y'all were talking about sitting in the hot tub thing. So that one little spring head they were talking about, you normally sit in it like a hot tub, and that thing was like, at the edge was up to here on me, so it's probably pretty over. But floating down the river now and just enjoying the scenery. This is pretty cool over here. What the heck was that? Alright, something's in the woods over here. I want to see if we can see it. There's like a flat area up in there. Be a good spot to stealth camp. So we're just floating down the river, talking about different stuff and the river itself, and watching sturgeon jump, because they're doing it a lot, and it's kind of chilling. I'm talking about one of our favorite events. I think everybody here can agree, and we're all going to it. And I've got a group of friends from Georgia. We're all going. I'm sure y'all have probably watched, if you're watching this, you've watched my video of the event. It's called Rocket Dock, and every time I talk to anybody about it, everybody's counting down for it. So that's one of those, if you can make it, make it. There's been a lot more people there this year from the looks of it, but let me just look at this. Definitely not North Georgia. A random little shower there for a second. But it's cool because when the raindrops hit, it's making little bubbles. And they're just like floating along with us. Well, we're coming up on Peacock Springs. I'm gonna check that out. And there's river camps up here, so I'm gonna show you guys those things. And actually a couple months ago, I was supposed to be staying in a bunch of these for 5 nights? I think it was 5 nights on this river. So I finally get to see them in person. I'm excited. Like a little kid at Christmas. Okay, so this is coming up on Peacock Springs. guessing it's where it's flowing in through these trees. That's what I'm thinking. Ooh, the water's high. It's actually clear though. Oh, yep. Good Lord. There's a giant fish over here. Let me get y'all on the cliff. I can't remember what these things are called, but they're kind of like snakeheads, but they're like the native for the southeast version. A bunch of them, they're big. And another sturgeon drop right there. That's pretty cool. This is one of the river camps. You have a little water spigot, table, grill, and it's a raised platform. There's another one. And they're all reserved, so I'm not gonna go in there and like dirty them up for somebody. But this one over here, it's pretty cool. They have, you know, like a bench in the corner. I know they have electrical outlets in there. You have outside lights. You got like a little porch out here. So, and then running water at each side. So, if you're doing some kayak camping and decide to come to Suwannee, it's glamping. I mean, the bathrooms, had to use it because, you know, nature and whatnot. And it's really nice in there. There's showers. So if you're starting to get into kayak camping, this would be the way to go to get you broke in good. Transition from clear to dark here, but it's all right. It's like a wall where this is the slough from the spring way up in yonder, and the spring water runs down, mixes with the Suwannee, the tannic water, and it's like it hits a wall there and becomes tannic. So I had to show y'all that because in person it's pretty cool. I'm sure the video does no justice. I forgot to talk about my new toy. I'm sure y'all are watching the video trying to figure out how the heck I'm doing all these 180 filming where it'd be face forward, facing back. So it's called a Spevo stick. It's just got a little knobby, and you and it flips. So you put your GoPro in the housing. They make a phone attachment for it too. I just don't want to have my phone being whipped around like that. The GoPro can handle some abuse. So I've been holding it out, filming me with it that way. And when I go to get y'all the scenery, I'm just hitting it and doing that. And it's just a handy little tool. I wasn't sold on selfie stick style stuff because, you know, nobody wants to look at my face throughout a whole video. So the fact that I can kind of talk one-on-one with y'all and then turn around and show you what I'm talking about with this is very cool, and I'm excited to see how the footage turns out. And I'm pretty excited about it. But I also haven't talked about this old gal. I've had her in the fleet for a little while now. She is my favorite boat. I mean, aside from the Blackfin, this is my favorite mode of getting on the water. Partly because of this, but this thing's crazy stable. It's great for fishing, and I've had a bunch of great trips on this thing, and everybody that's been on it has loved it. So, and as far as fishing, it's great. You can put a tackle box here. I've got my phone leashed over here. Just taking pictures with it. They'll be in the video too. Cup holder, rod holders. Thing's great. The seat's great. You got 2 heights. If you've watched videos on a Bonafide RS117, I mean, this is all pretty basic stuff. You shove your paddle in the front, sit it down, ain't got to worry about it. And it's great. But this is that old gal. So this is why I've been on a light teal boat instead of the paddle board that I brought. So yeah, this is mine too. I just wanted to throw that out there, throwing you guys into culture shock mid-video. It's a nice little sandy beach area. That's all. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Take the midnight train.
Going anywhere. If you hear that song and don't become a small town girl, you're not American. There's another beach. Sure is a nice beach. I like it. And there's the trees that I love more than anything. So I learned something from Miss Amy the other day about these root systems. Where they do these spikes, apparently the root systems have to have oxygen. So when they shoot up to stay above the water line where it's been for like long periods of time. So you can judge high levels of water off of these shoots, which was just cool to me. I always thought they just kind of did that growing other chunks of tree. I didn't realize it was because the root systems actually needed oxygen. But I've always thought those trees were fascinating just because of how the roots looked, and now they're even cooler in my eyes. Oh, turtle. So they're even cooler in my eyes now that I know the science behind it. So yeah, this is amazing. Like, but look at how it's clear, but it's not clear. So, like, it's really clean water. It's just tannic, and what that comes from is the leaves decomposing way upstream. This flows out of the Okefenokee swamp. So all those leaves decomposing is basically like, it's like making tea. So the water gets this tannic stain to it, and it's just, I mean, it's pretty. It's very dark. They call them blackwater rivers, but it's beautiful, and it's actually cold. I mean, for a Florida river, it's cold. And I don't know the sciences behind that, but it's not as cold as the spring water. The spring water is cold. When you get in it, you know you're in a spring. Even, you know, the first one we stopped at was murked up because the mix line, like I showed earlier in the video, is farther up, so it's diluting the spring water as it rises. But it's still ice cold, and it feels good, but it's different. Okay, floating down the river, you can't really see it right here because of that tree line. Let me see if I can get y'all a different angle here. Fighting the current, it's moving pretty good. There's a wooden sign on this tree. It says Running Springs Bluff? Yeah, Bluff. I don't even know if y'all will see it on camera. It's right there. It's a little sign on a tree. When I was farther off, you could see it over the limb better, but the I knew the GoPro wouldn't pick it up. It's not very good with distance. So, okay. So this is part of Running Springs. Oh, and it's blue. Okay, you're fine. You see where it flows good. Oh my goodness.
This is where Mama dropped her phone at. Yeah.
At least you can see it. Okay. We're gonna go farther in. Back up here. This is so cool. And that's the head of it. It's like walking into an air-conditioned room back here.
Yeah. So this is the first part of Running Springs. I think
See if I can get this thing to cooperate here. Oh, I missed. That's where it bulls up on. Coming out right there, and it's coming out quick because we had to really paddle to get up in here. Okay, so we finally made it to a clear spring, and it's cold. It is really cold, but I have to do this because I have been wanting to get in the spring for a while. So this is about to be rough. Woo, that's cold.
You didn't holler what it is.
Oh, I can't catch my breath. I didn't holler it.
No.
I missed it. Trip, I'm sorry if you watch this. I didn't yell trip dip. That was my first dunk in the spring though, so kind of halfway. The one earlier wasn't fully devoted, so fogging up there. But yeah, so this is cool. And we got what, 2 more stops?
You got Running Springs, Bathtub Springs, and Convict Springs.
Okay, 3 more stops. But it is cold. That's part of why I'm really swimming it. I don't like swimming though. Slippery. But I went swimming anyway. Trying not to break my toe or nothing. This is the big center area over here. Probably getting it too, just because it's too wide open. Break my toe. This is where we came in at, and it's just big. Of course, me walking in it done murked it up, but give you an idea. Alright, I'll get in it so y'all can see. Ooh, it's deep. Real deep. Pretty and blue. That water's so cold when the camera hits the air again, the lens fogs up immediately. Yep. Alright. It might be cold. Trip, I'll make it up for you. Because I know you're going to watch this at some point, I'm sure. So, what we're going to do here is prepare a trip down. We'll both escape. Okay. That business is handled. And now the Suwannee feels like bathwater because I just felt it on my hand. it's like somebody peed in the water. My face get taken out by a tree. I don't want no flashbacks, so I don't know. I'm gonna film it just in case. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I just came down. get a little closer so y'all can see how big this thing is. And I'm still probably, I don't know, 30 feet from it. If that gives you any idea. It's cool, the old gears and all are still intact. What used to actually turn it. And there's still a couple cross ties up there. It's got trees on it. That's pretty cool though. There's some youngins having fun over here. I love it. This whole river is pretty wide and there's like nothing in it. And then you're floating down through here and all of a sudden nature has persevered and there's a tree in the middle of the river. Just nothing else, just a tree. Pretty cool. Okay, so a little past the trestle there's like a island, and the left side looked a little skinnier, more, I don't know, secluded. The other side looked wider and like the main part of the river. So we came down this side to kind of check it out. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to dodge trees again. I have like a genuine fear of trees on rivers now. But it looks like it's been walked up and down some. I wonder if there's like spots they camp in there. There probably is. But there's also spots all over through here too if you're using a hammock. Which is what I would use. Well, I don't know, there's a flat spot right there that looks amazing. And if the laws here are like Georgia, if you're on an island in the middle of a river, you can camp on it. But yeah, I spy a flat area with some trees right there. And then on this side, there's some good looking spots. And someone's laundry basket. They abandoned. Oh, this thick brush again over here. And we're back out in the main channel again. I just wanted to film that because it was a little different than the rest of it's so wide. So I wanted to get a little bit of that and just kind of give a different perspective of how different the terrain is as you go down this river. It's crazy. Alright, not to be a complete a-hole, but there was this dude that like totally waked us out and we were like motioning for him to chill out earlier, and he did not. He actually made a motion sarcastically back at us. That's him over there. One, he jackknifed his boat trailer at the boat ramp. Two, his truck front end is stuck in the mud, so he can't even like fix it. I'm just gonna say, people, karma is something else. Karma is a beautiful thing. Like, this fella slowed down both times going by us to not wake us out, which I'm fine with, but we have somebody on a paddleboard, so you know, the wakes will really jack you up. But that makes me so happy. Check that out. Not every day you see that while you're on the river. So this is bathtub spring, and just like the other ones, you can see the color change in the water. It's a turtle. Oh, and there's like a ledge. So normally the water is down where it's like a little spillway here.
Can I see it, Kaylee? Oh yeah. Is it deep enough? Come on this side, right here.
I'm guessing up here is where it comes from. Bunch of fish in here. See water bubbling up right there. Yeah, there's the mouth of it. I didn't mean to get that much momentum back at the back side of it. Crazy clear. Walking out on this kind of slippery little rock wall here. There's a big drop off. My kayak's escaping. Come here, fella. Come here, little gal. And our takeout's like not far from here. Battery's almost dead on the GoPro. So, ow. I'm gonna do something that I can't pass up right here. And it's cold. This one's colder than the other ones by a lot. Like a lot. And it's a bigger drop. So, and it's a lot deeper. So, without further ado, you have to do a truck dip! Woo! That's cold. Oh, that broke my ankle. Yep, that's cold. So I got back out like quick, fast, and in a hurry. Whew. That's what I call my panic paddle. I'm not the best swimmer. I can swim, just not great. But our takeout's like right down there. So, and it's starting to get dark. But I had to get that in. Well, thank you guys for watching and for tuning into my channel and kind of dealing with the craziness. Love you guys. It's been a great trip, especially this part.